にちは。こんにちは。こんにちは。
Ha 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 ha. Okay, I am unmuted now. And I said welcome. Yeah, welcome. We're back. I built this overkill box last time, and it is constantly at war with the Dark Fog. But technically, they're starting it because every time they make a new ship, they just send the ship over to the massive wall of turrets, and it gets blown up. So they're just on farm forever. So yeah, I also said welcome Lojo. I usually don't see you on this late. Yeah. So now we can go to the rest of the factory. There were other things that I was doing, and then the Dark Fog kept attacking, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of just want the whole factory for myself. And that's right, I was going over here because there was coal way out here on the outskirts of things. And I'm like, you know what? I want that coal. I want this coal right here, and I want to make reinforced graphite with it. But if I put something out here, the Dark Fog would just come over here and attack away from the gun. So I'm like, you know what? Awesome. You're welcome to chill as long as you like. So yeah, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to surround the Dark Fog with guns. That way, they'll never come over here, and all these turrets are facing the wrong direction. It's fine. They can swivel. So yeah, I'm going to take that production that I had put over here in the middle now and move it all the way over there. And then I'll just run some lines over here of graphene. See, I'm torn, right? Because here's my graphene production lines. And so I could put the graphene production right here and have it coming out right here where I would need the graphene. Or I could put it over there and then just run the lines in through this way, and they'll be coming out right where I need them at the graphene. I don't need this zone right now, but I need this iron as well, because I need to make plates. Oh, was I going to use this to make plates? Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm going to use this to make iron plates. That's what I was doing. And then I'm going to take up these, and these are going to be graphene over there on the other side. That sounds more like a plan. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna drop some power. Just like that. And I'm gonna drop some splitters. One right here. One right here. One right here. One right here. And we're just gonna belt into these splitters. Like that. Then we're going to have our input belts here on the bottom. This. And output belts here on the top. Just like that. Just a happy little belt. Bam. And then we need power. Just like that. Bam. And then, of course, we need the grabbers. I need more grabbers. Okay, I need more grabbers. I need more splitters. We'll stop by the mall. It's over here. Splitters. We'll take these. And then grabbers. Take some of those. And belts. Take some of those. Okay, still good on power. Where was I building that at? Also need to... The buffer is a limiter. Where are we running out at? So if I put one of these right here. Um. You know what? How about right here? Think outside of the box. I can connect to there. Connects to there. And then this just connects into there. Okay.
Flight mode.
So a problem is that half of this belt is being turned back into the fluid tank there. I think I can just eliminate that connection. And that should turn these guys back on. Yeah, it's already got these two back on. Yeah, so we should be seeing some come down this way. Yeah, there we go. I can take what I've got here. Yeah, okay.
Flight mode.
Now we're cooking. Okay. Inserters. We're going to be grabbing from here and output into there. And we're going to be making iron plates. Yeah, and we'll take this recipe and shift it on down the line. Nice. And then we can come down here. Okay.
Flight mode.
I need more boxes as well. The amount of boxes. Boxes. Lovely. Ah. Bam. Okay. Go just like that. Bam, just like that. Bam, just like that. Just like that. And now we have iron plates working again. Nice. Okay, and our goal here is to build electromagnetic turbines and supermagnetic rings. So electric motors is what we need to get building now. Once we have the motors building, okay, we're gonna need 2 plates and 1 gear. To make gears, 1 plate turns into 1 gear. Alright, Lojo, have fun. Have a good night. Yes. Okay, electric motors and electromagnetic turbines. So I need gears in production. And gears is 1. Okay. For construction though. Those will be making gears. Okay. And then 2 engines per turbine. So for 1 row of turbines, I would want 2 of these making engines. And then 2 runs of coils. How many of these guys can I get away with? Like that. That last belt is in the way. So ideally I can get away with 4, maybe 5. belt there, bringing in iron plates, and then passing, those are making gears, passing the gears straight into an engine facility. And then we'll be passing the engine to here. I could bring the belt straight down through there. And then for this guy to be making that, we could bring the coils up one side and bring the turbines down the other. So these are going to be making engines. These are going to be making gears. We would need to bring coils up both sides, so I can do this like this. Then
mineral depleted.
We just get a little fancy with the belts here. Out of the second floor. We will get those backing these units up for iron so that we're never short of iron. And then bring all of these out to 6. I need more assembly machines. I need more of everything always. Okay, here's the mall. So we will take another stack of these machines.
Mineral depleted.
Bring that out there. And then that goes like that. That goes like that. And then there. There. Okay. That goes there. And goes there. Okay, and then as I might need one more space. So these guys need iron. Okay. So these guys are going to be making gears. And we're going to have power here, here, and here to help make sure that. And then these guys are going to be making engines. Why are we hitting negative FPS all of a sudden? No, what is going on? Something is happening. My whole system is lagging for some reason. Memory is high, but it shouldn't be
Flight mode.
the memory. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting like 8 FPS just all of a sudden, and nothing changed. Okay, so we're gonna save the game. And exit the game and see if it's a game doing it. It's not the game, it's something else that is eating half of the compute cycles. Those are all normal. Could it be Chrome doing it? Well, let's see. Microsoft Edge is running for some reason. Hmm. Was any of that what was eating up all the... Okay. Hmm. Okay, move this over here. And let's see if I can get the game working properly again. Higher compute cycles. Okay, it's not lagging now. We have a more natural spread. Okay. That back up. Okay, had a little spike in CPU usage, but pretty much back to normal now. GPU is still high but holding. So what I'm looking at here on my is my task manager. Bam. Right? So this is CPU utilization right now. And overall, we're at about 70% utilization for the CPU, which is fine. That's still enough overhead for everything to run smoothly. We're at about 70% utilization for the memory, which again is fine. 31. We've got 32 gigabytes to use, and we're using about 22 of it, right? So that's enough overhead for everything to run pretty smoothly. The GPU is running at about 91 to 93%, which is enough overhead for everything to handle smoothly. So there's no problem with that. I don't know what just caused the entire system to hang like that. But there's a lot of stuff on that shouldn't have been on. So I'm gonna have to sort that out. Okay, we're gonna need coils coming up from this side right here. And then iron coming down right here. Okay, so we're gonna take a run of iron out. This, and it's gonna run right down through here. And I want to make sure I get that input from there to there. And we're gonna have a jumper straight across for these. I want my jumpers in the same place, please. then goes in just like that. Okay, and that's going to be these guys getting the gear and the iron that they need. Right. And then we have a belt of copper right up to there. Okay, and that's that side's run of engines done. Okay, and then we're gonna have a belt running out right here, and I'll just run it out to there so that I know that's the output belt. And then sitting on that belt, 6 more machines. Then we're going to have an input belt right here, copper, and these are going to be the machines that are actually making the turbines. And we're going to put power poles in place here, here, and here. And then right here, put these guys down. That's going to run into there. That run across there. Come out to there, and then let's use that. Bam. Okay. Okay. Getting the belt to right here is going to be interesting. How about I do this? just run that belt through there. That leaves me... Well, I suppose I could do it like that. Just a little bit of jank. Okay. You making gears. Okay. That's gears. And that's engines. Okay, and we want jumpers here again. Oh, I need one more belt, don't I? Okay. Okay, that's the output. That's an input. And then we're going to need one more input from this direction. To there. You're going to be getting coils in right here. Get iron coming down right there. Did I have it right? Okay. Iron goes there. And iron goes here. Copper goes here. Well, coils rather goes there. Not right there, because we gotta put power down. There, and here. And then these are gears. And these are engines. Okay. Oil plates. Okay. Alright, and then that, I believe that belt is incoming. Yes, you can barely see it. That goes into there. Just like that. Then right. And then these go in right here. Just like that. And then this belt here, here, over and connect there, here, over. Alright, and that should be turbines in production. Yes. Now what we are going to do with these guys fancy little trick like this. We have some coming out and then some back. Did not mean to do that. Do this. Okay, and that's our turbines in production. And what this is going to do is split off the number of turbines to where only half of them are coming out until the buffer is full, and then all of them will be coming out. And so now we just need things for the supermagnetic rings. And that's going to be 3 magnetic rings and 1 of the graphites. Now, do we have a surplus of rings? So I'm thinking I can just run like a triple belt from here. We have that. But then I can make sure it's connected across here, so that that's always being powered. Okay. Those are the rings that I need. There's the turbines that I need.
Flight mode.
I have a surplus of graphene here. Because it's only being used for red science at the moment. So I could take a belt of this back the other direction. You need for it to go that way. That's okay, we can do it this way. guys are going to be making these. Which I will never have enough of, because that's just how these things work.
Mineral depleted.
Okay. Okay.
Flight mode.
Where's my graphene belt now? Aha. I was supposed to say, why is my graphene belt not built yet? Okay. We're gonna run to here. Then we're going to have this with that. And output belt. Into there, and then that jumps over just like that. Okay. And then input, output. Input, output. Bam. So now we have magnets and turbines producing. Not quickly, but they're producing. Lovely. Because we're gonna need the magnets for a lot of productions down the road. Did I ever get prisms producing? I'm not sure that I did. Because I need photon combiners for the precision drones. I just need diamonds, which is also energetic graphene, and titanium crystals, which is titanium, which I have to bring from off-world, and organic crystals. Okay, so I'm going to need plastic in production, which is going to need refined. Organic crystals in production, which both need refined. Hydrogen fuel rods require titanium. It's a little out of my reach at the moment. Logistic bots and logistic drones. I need to get both of these building. I need to get explosive units building, which is going to require sulfuric. And sulfuric requires refined as well. Everything is needing refined. So what can I dump hydrogen into? Deuterium fractionation. Could burn it that way. Performed refinement. That needs sulfuric. And this needs engine. I need something that I can burn hydrogen on. That's not the fuel rods. Burning on jamming capsules. I can get shells in production to get shelled turrets up as well. Red science is the only thing that I see that I can really burn it on that's not like titanium base. I can, well, I would need refined as well. But I could burn it 2-to-1 to make energetic graphene, but it would make more hydrogen. I don't really see a way for hydrogen at the moment other than to just store it. Once I can get to where I can make the fuel rods, will be a lot better, but that won't be until I get titanium coming here. Okay, so the first thing is crude. Okay, and then for storage, I'm just going to get that pumping into a storage tank right in front of it. And I guess I'll put the facility that's going to burn it right here. Okay, I need oil refineries. Oops.
Flight mode.
We need a bunch of refineries because each one of those is going to need 12 of them. That should be enough. Are you doing anything? I think I can take you up. Yeah, and then I can build it a lot closer. Right here. back. Put that right there. And then these guys are going to be doing this recipe. Just for symmetry. Okay. All of those machines powered on. There we go. Turn this way to get a little bit of an easier angle on that. Okay, and then bam. Okay.
Dark fog clusters launching an assault.
Are they now? Well, they're trying. They're trying. The assault has already ended. These are just the extra ships. As they're sending everything they have in their base after it. Well, they're still trying. I'm gonna call that a successful defense. And actually, I don't need this part of this belt. Come from there to there. Okay. Just do the same thing on this side. Oh, I'm right there. Okay, and then we have the storage. Alright. Right, and that is a oil processing facility. So we're gonna go ahead and blueprint this thing. And save the blueprint. And this is going to be... Oh, caps lock is on. Basic oil. And I want this to show this. Basic oil. Lovely. Black box designer. Copy and save a blueprint. Okay. Oh, look at this. Look at this perfection. Okay, now all of these should turn on in sequence. Am I not getting crude this far down? Oh, it's there. It's taking a little bit longer to get there. And now the last two are on. This one's not on. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Flight mode.
Now I had... Yeah. We're gonna put this on facing the other direction. Drop some power onto it. Like that. Drop some storage onto it. That. That outfitting right there. Get our basic oil blueprint. Foundation required. I need foundation. I need foundation. Okay. Gotta go get foundation, and I should probably pick up some more of the buildings needed to build these things. Which are... First off, got a bunch of crude. Just drop into here. Right, these guys needed to read. Turbines. And these gears. That in there, put that in there. I think everything else is good for right now. Okay, now I can pick up the rest of the items that I need to build all that stuff up there. How many of these did I pick up? Okay, I picked up enough of those. I think I have enough splitters. Maybe pick up one more stack of splitters. 2 more stacks of power lines. What else am I gonna need? I'll pick up 3 stacks of these and 5 more stacks of belt. And then a whole bunch of, well, 5 stacks of foundation. Some of this up. Okay, so now we'll be able to drop this basic oil blueprint right there. I dropped it 1 all, but that's okay. No one will notice, right? Right. Okay. Now, yeah, these guys are starting to turn on, and if some of them turn on, all of them are going to turn on. Okay, so I've got 4 more factories I'm gonna get running right here with coal. I think I'll start out here at this one. Get it facing this direction. Nearest power is going to jump from over here. We'll put that there. And then we'll jump the power over here. Just like that. Then okay. While that's building, I think I'm gonna get this one. I kind of don't want to get in the way of the coal, so let's go ahead and map out what we can do with this coal first. Got 7 right there. Got 8 right there. Got 6 right there. 7 right there. Got 8 right there. You got 8 right there. Okay. I'm gonna pull that power from right there. Okay, and I think I'm gonna take this one and turn it facing the other direction. And you can take your power from right there. Tank going. Okay. Oh. Let's go over here and get the rest of this built so that this one can get in production and the coal can turn on right there. Oh, wow, okay. That needed one extra jumper to get that online. Okay, so I guess this one needs an extra jumper too, right there. Yep. And then I'm gonna have a backup connection right here. Power for that. Okay. Now I think I'm gonna need to fill in some of this right here. Just like that. And both of these are going to get new directions. That one's going to go that way, and this one's going to go that way. You're going to get a power jumper right back here. Jump out from that direction. And you're gonna get your buffer tanks right here in the front. Okay, connected that guy to the buffer tanks. That guy's going, so it's obviously connected. Lovely. Okay. So then we're going to put another oil facility right here. Just like that. Okay, now while that's going, gonna get a little jumper port to you right here. And your storage tanks right here in front. Connection to that, and then your refinery system. Right there. And we'll go ahead and get that connection made. Did I get this one connected? Nope. One connects there. now I have, I think, all the crude on the planet being processed. Nice. Okay. Perfect. Now with all of that in play, we have not significantly increased our power consumption yet. We are starting to get amounts of liquid available. Okay, so now I have crude being refined everywhere. The question is, what to do with the hydrogen? Okay, I'm gonna take a quick little break. I will be right back. Alrighty. I have changed the graphic settings ever so slightly. Looks a lot different though. But hopefully it'll run a lot smoother. Hopefully it'll run a lot smoother. It doesn't appear to be running smoother at all. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh. Okay, what's going on here? If I turn... Oh, there we go. There we go. That's much better. Yes. Okay.
Flight mode.
So, I've got this going. I was attempting to figure out what I need to get going next over here. That's stone. I have a stone deposit right near here. I need water, and I need a lot of crude. I need to do something with that hydrogen. But all I can think of right now is just making the big hydrogen storage tank. Which isn't the best solution. But I don't know, I don't think I have anything I can dump it into. I mean, I'm curious if I can. I don't think I can. But if we did this. Oh. It'll burn straight hydrogen. Well, that's my dump. I'll build a power facility next to a bunch of these guys. Like I can use this guy to just produce sulfuric acid straight and then dump the hydrogen into a burner power facility, just like right there. That's perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the miners placed down for this stone. And that's... I can grab all 8 of these, yes. Oh, come on, I can get better than 6, right? Yeah, we can get 8. We can get 7. There's 7 right there. There. 6 right there. I think that's it. I think that's all that I can get. And we'll go ahead and drop power on top of these. Okay. And now a power facility. 3 deep with a splitter right there. Now the question is, how many
Flight mode.
can one tank power? I think I could safely get... I think I could safely get 10, but I think 9 would probably be a better bet. Okay, let's go ahead and get these guys connected. And then... that. I only have room for 9. Okay. Okay. How many runs am I gonna need for sulfuric acid? 1. Because I'm gonna be severely limited. So I'll have 2 runs of sulfuric acid right here. So that means not the most elegant solution, but suppose it works. And that one just jumps down and goes in there. And then this one is these. Just like that. Run this. Just like that. And now that's looping around and being fed in from there. Lovely. And the connections at the back should be complete. Okay, so the only other thing that I need to do is that. Okay. And then we've got hydrogen being burnt as power. And that's going to take care of the surplus of hydrogen that's coming off this particular thing. Okay, and then I'm going to take this whole thing, so I don't have to build it again. And save that as a blueprint. So, power plant. Power plant. going to take this, and that's the image. So that is the power plant for these guys. Okay. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get to that, am I? Be a pain. Yeah. Okay, so now I need some chemical plants. That should probably be enough. Okay. Chemical plant. Lovely. And the chemical plant only makes a couple of things. Needs sulfuric acid for that. I can use this to make plastic, but I need graphene, so I'll do that out there, the one next to the coal. These are going to be bringing for sulfuric. And I remember you can tuck these in right there. The recipe calls for 6 crude, 8 stone, and 4 water. Not crude, that's refined. It's refined oil. Okay. There's the refined. Okay. I need some water pumps.
Flight mode.
kind of being starved of iron over here. Okay, we've got plenty of iron coming in. We just don't have like a whole surplus of it. We are totally backed up on red and blue science. I don't think I can build any higher now. Not yet. Okay. Green circuits, iron plates, bricks. And then we just need engines. Okay, well, I can pick up on green circuits right here. Not a whole lot of green circuits. I can pick up a couple stacks of bricks right here. And then I have the building boxes over here. A little more of this. Pick up some engines, pick up some greens. How many water pumps can I build with this? I need iron plates. I have iron plates in here. Yeah, I have some. Put that in there. Put that in there. Then I'll take out these iron plates. I have a feeling I'm going to need more than one. I have a feeling I'm going to need 6. Because I think it takes 3 of them to create 1 belt, and I need 2 belts. So I should be able to just yank a couple of engines out of here. There's 4. I've got 1. I need 1 more. And that should be the 6 water that I need.
Replication complete.
Okay, so we're going to very carefully fill in this area right here, right up to this line. All of this back here can go away. And then we're gonna fill it up to this line. Alright. And go ahead and fill in all of this back here. I'm gonna fill across this line right here. And then across right here. And then we can just fill in the rest of this. Make all of that go away. Now, right here.
Flight mode.
How many more do I need to build?
Insufficient materials.
Hmm.
Flight mode.
Oh no, I'm slowing down production. Okay. Now I need iron. I can grab a couple stacks of iron from right here. Okay, that's an additional 6.
Replication complete.
Okay. Well, crap. Hmm. We'll just do this. Bam. And power with 2 of these bad boys. Jump in from over here. Okay. Okay. Now this should, each one of these tanks should be able to produce a fully saturated belt of water. And I'm going to need 2 of them directly over here. Okay. There's the stone. There's the crude. The refined. I keep calling that stuff crude. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm going to need 2 belts coming in about right here. Okay. Hmm. I'm gonna need an output belt. So where do I put the tank? I think I'd just do it like this. And then we'll go ahead and just connect. And there's the first run of sulfuric acid. Going over to its storage container. Now, I just do that again. Which I can do with the blueprint. And we're just gonna grab it all the way up to right there. And duplicate it right next door. Water connects right there. Food connects right back there. The next stone connects right here. First, that across. Come out into that. You come out. Just like that, sulfuric acid. And that should, in theory, never lock down because of chemicals. Because we're burning all of the hydrogen right here. So there's our sulfuric. Now I've got 2 tanks. So I should be able to use it for 2 things. What 2 things do I need sulfuric for? I don't need it for plastic. I don't need it for organic. Don't need it for diamonds. And I don't need it for titanium. 4 things right there I don't need sulfuric acid for. I do need it for explosive units. And I need it for graphene. Okay, so that's the two things that I'm going to use the sulfuric acid for. To create explosive units and to create graphene. Wow, we've already got a full
Flight mode.
whole box of magnets over here. Nice, magnets are coming along great. Okay, I'm gonna drop just a little piece of road. That. And you are going to be... You're going to be used for combustible units and graphene. And you're going to be used for combustible or explosive units. Okay, so that's what those two things are earmarked for. Nice. Okay. Greetings, portable charger. Welcome, welcome. You have caught me just at the end of my stream. Yeah. I've made some good progress today. I have built sulfuric acid and a dump for all of the hydrogen, so that in theory the acid must always flow until these things fill up. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and save the game there. Dyson Quest 5, that's us. So this is episode number 5. And yeah, that's gonna be where I call the stream for tonight. I'm going to be back tomorrow night with my Final Fantasy XIV collaboration with Lady and Khan, and then maybe some more Dyson Sphere after. I don't know. Yeah, but right now, that's going to be all. Let's see if there's someone out here in Twitch land we can throw a raid at. Who's doing some fun stuff in Twitch land right now that I haven't raided in a while? Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Let's raid Mahalik, who's playing Noita. Yeah. Fun little raid to Mahalik. Pretty cool dude. Noita, pretty cool game. So yeah, we're gonna raid Mahalik, and then I will be back tomorrow with Final Fantasy XIV, and then maybe some more Dyson Sphere after that. Yeah, so I will catch you guys on the flip side. Nari out.